So good noon. We are now on module 3, which is on vegetable crop production. So um, we in this module we have a lot of topics on different high valued vegetables, from broccoli, cauliflower to the different family. So by the way, last meeting we discussed about ornamental classification. So although hindi natin natapos yon, but those are just all classifications no of wait lang ha, I will show you. Hindi ko na dahil makita. Anyways, so in continuation lang ato ng mga scientific names ito sa different vegetables. So let me just transport. Okay, so going back dito sa ating module, we'll be discussing a lot of high-value vegetables now from different families. So we have broccoli and cauliflower from the Brassicaceae family, the carrots, cucumber from the what do you call that? The cucurbits, no? Cucurbitaceae, Solanaceae, Gibberellinaceae, and a lot more. No, Solanaceae, then sweet pepper, and tomato. So these are just some of the most common we have in the Philippines. But if you want to suggest something that you want to know more, so we could add more, no? And don't forget to answer your quizzes and your laboratory report, no? So let me just explain to you. So let me just explain to you the laboratory report, no? So in your laboratory report for this module, aside from the quiz, you're going to do actual backyard gardening of vegetables, or you can go to a farm to survey and or make your own backyard garden, and you have to have documentation or photos or videos of your garden or in the farm where you visited, and you show the different various vegetables, crops in the plant, in the farm rather, and present the best practices, no? Ano yung ginawa nila from planting to processing or marketing. So that's what you're going to report. Yeah. So although hindi ako nag-specify ng specific format for this, so you can be very creative, no, or technical. For example, maybe you know the usual format na merong title, merong introduction, merong methodology, and discussion, conclusion, at saka references. But you are free, no? You can make even a video presentation. So depende yon kung anong gusto nyong format na, kasi this is more on technical. So if you have more questions regarding so lahat ng module reports are shown in the first page. So now let's proceed with broccoli cauliflower production. So check ko lang ulit yung ating attendance. Okay, so broccoli and cauliflower are both on the same family, no? They are on the Brassicaceae or Brassicaceae family. So broccoli is, as previously we had our scientific classification, no? We classify them as Brassica oleracea variety italica, no? And it's one of the most expensive vegetables in the Philippines. And it can be also, this broccoli is the green one, no? Kasi the cauliflower is the white one, no? Don't. So before, if you still remember, we had the presentation of the different classification of vegetables. Now, so how do we use these vegetables? No, there's a lot, no, pang stir fry, sauteed, boiled, or even steamed. And it's very high, it's very nutritious, high in vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, iron, thiamine, riboflavin, and niacin. So it's being cultivated in about 207 hectares already, in Benguet and in Bukidnon as well, in Mindanao and in Luzon. That's as of Bureau of Agricultural Statistics 2005. But right now, it's Philippines Statistic Authority or PSA. So yung cauliflower naman, on the other hand, is Brassica oleracea variety botrytis. And it's also another cruciferous, which are grown in the highlands or mga cooler areas. So the same then, it's steamed, stir fried, or even pickled. So naka tilaw naman mo, no? Nakakauna mo. Do you like this broccoli or cauliflower, Jaisel? You like this?
Ma'am?
Ganahan ka og broccoli or cauliflower?
Magwa po katilaw anak, ma'am.
Okay, so usually kasi sa highlands lang siya, no? And ginagamit siya, broccoli is parang with beef, no? And ideally dito mo. Sorry, nagtatakar ako. Sa ginagamit sa chop suey, 'di ba? Kung magkaantag chop suey. Yes, nakatilaw nakador.
Yes, ma'am.
Ganahan ka.
Lami man siya, ma'am. Kato, di ba? Anang ginakunot-kunot man sa babaw, ma'am.
So both the
Yes,
broccoli and the cauliflower.
Yes, ma'am. Lami man na siya, ma'am.
Yes, very good. And so vegetarian dai ka?
Yes, ma'am. Kana pong in-order sa Asnebo.
Very good, no? So so it's also grown more in about 1,000 hectare, mainly sa Ilocos, which is 450 hectares, at saka sa Benguet pa din, no? So more on the northern, according to BAS of 2005. So ito yung mga nutritional value ng broccoli, no? They are actually 88% water and rest are, so it also has 1.5 grams fiber, kaya this is very good for your fitness and your health. And aside from that, it has calcium, potassium, carotene, and remember that it has a lot of carotene, no, which is very good antioxidant. And vitamin C, no, and energy. So in terms naman ng production management, usually yung mga commercial varieties natin is, for broccoli, we have Green King, Green Pia, Pinnacle, the Shigemori, the Sonata, and the Tender Green. And sa cauliflower naman, we have so sa cauliflower naman, we have CHL 313, Mont Blanc, Silver Cup, Snow Queen, White Island, and White Shot. So in terms of soil and climate requirements, so as I have said, it's grown well in the mid and highland elevation, or otherwise kung nasa ibang country, magalamig na, so but it can still be grown in the Philippines, no? But doon lang sa malalamig na lugar, sa highlands, of course, that we have in Baguio mostly, no? Ilocos or in Benguet. And this can also be grown in mga low elevation areas from November to February and will thrive best sa mga drained loamy soil from 6 to 6.5 na pH. So hindi siya dapat acidic. So how do you prepare the land? You plow and harrow the field twice and then single row planting siya, and the beds are raised, making furrows which is half meter apart. And you can plant it for double row, no, about 0.75 to 1 meter wide and 0.5 meter apart. So upon planting, you apply 1 kilogram na fully decomposed chicken manure, kasi pag hindi siya fully decomposed, pwede siyang makakapatay doon sa seedling because of the carbon dioxide na at saka mainit siya, no? And so also, or you can all just apply synthetic fertilizer and 300 grams carbonized rice hull per square meter, and you incorporate thoroughly it with the soil before planting. So sa single row planting, you just make 0.3 meter holes between hills, and for double row planting, the same 0.3 meter between hills and 0.4 meter between rows. So then you apply 10 grams of complete fertilizer or 14 in the hole and then cover with soil. So sa seedling production naman, for 280 grams seeds per hectare ang required na kailangan mong itanim or isa lang, no? So you prepare 1 meter size seed bed, any length, then using pulverized na soil, and 1 kilogram fully decomposed chicken manure again or compost, like 300 grams carbonized rice hull. Then the seed bed should be wet and make shallow lines across the bed, 7 to 10 centimeter apart. Then you sow it thinly and cover with soil lightly. Then magmulch ka ng rice hull or any chopped rice straw, kugon, and then you should water regularly and provide shade, especially during dry season. And mag-rain shelter ka din pag maulan masyado. So yung ginagamit nating rain shelter is pwedeng clear plastic roofing or yung banana leaves, no, gina-cover nato sa ating seedling. So ang one more very important this pest, no, ng crucifer is tong diamond back moth, no, even sa cabbages and cutworm infestation. So you really need to spray with hot pepper solution ng sili, no, like 100 grams macerated hot pepper per 16 liter water with 1 tablespoon soup, or apply a commercial pesticide. Meron na yung recommendation rate sa likod, no, sa kanyang label. Then after that, you harden the seedlings at 1 week before transplanting by exposing to fully sunlight and watering only when the plants is temporarily wilted, and transplant them 3 weeks after pagtanim mo doon sa seed bed. But then before that, 1 week before mo siya itanim, kailangan mo siyang i-harden, no, parang i-expose siya sa environment. Now, after 3 weeks again, you're going to transplant it, and you should water the seed beds para maloosen yung soil, at pag uproot mo ng seedling, madali lang, no? And you transplant 1 seedling lang per hole and irrigate before and after transplanting. So after that, pag may na-miss ka ng mga hills or may namatayan, you can actually replace it with yung available mo pa na seedling. And then it's very also good to mulch with rice straw, rice hull, or mulching film. So I have videos to show you on this specific guide para ma-suppress yung weed growth and conserve soil moisture. So ngayon, for fertilization, mag-side dress kayo. So that means after, kanina basil yon, yung 10 grams complete. Ito, mag-side dress kayo ng urea or 4600, about 5 to 10 grams per plant. 2 weeks after transplanting naman. And then repeat again at 30-45 days after transplanting using 10 grams per hill or a mixture of 2:1 mixture ng urea at saka potash, no? Fertilize after each weeding kasi pag madamo pa siya, so aagawin lang ng mga weeds yung inyong in-apply na fertilizer. Or you can also use tea manure. And you do this by soaking 3/4 sack dry cow horse manure sa plastic drum, and you fill it with 189 liter of water for 7 days. And then this will be fermented plant juice now, can also be used, no? Every 2 weeks to boost plant vigor, and prepare mix equal parts of the chopped actively growing plant spars and molasses or brown sugar. So pwede ring fermented plant juice or etong tea na yung cow or horse manure. So after 1 week ng fermentation, pwede mo nang i-extract yung juice at i-apply mo sa 1 tablespoon per 3 liters of water. Now, irrigation is also another important thing that you're going to do weekly. No, you can do furrow irrigation and 2 to 3 times a week or pag-sprinkler ka. So, mulching using plastic at yung kanyang enumerated earlier can also minimize the loss of or the transpiration of water. So, ito yung mga pest and disease management. Usually, sa lahat ng mga crucifers, no, are the same with pests and diseases. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, kung gusto niyo intercropping, dapat iba-ibang family. Kasi para ma-minimize yung mga pests and diseases. So we have dumping off, no? And to control this, mag-drench ka lang ng seedbed mo with fungicide before sowing and regulate watering lang. And sa black rot naman, mag-crop rotate ka dapat through land preparation and spray fungicide pag makita mo na may infection. And the soft rot, you uproot, burn infected plants and mag-crop rotation ka dapat. For diamond backmoth naman, you plant different types of crop, remove unbound debris of previous crop, or you can use the BT spray. It's a Bacillus thuringiensis or any pesticide spray. We also have cabbage looper and cabbage worm, webworm. So for this, you can spray hot pepper solution or BT spray or pesticide. And for aphids naman, spray with hot pepper and pesticide spray. So when do you harvest now? So when curds are well formed, buo na siya, no? Kita nyo mamaya sa video. And include portion of the stems and leaves. Hindi pwedeng yung flower lang misto or yung curd lang kunin nyo. So that is also to protect them for post-harvest, no? So harvest early in the morning and avoid exposure sa mainit and to maintain curd quality. So even you can use top icing, 2 to 4 liter layer ng crushed ice para ma-pre-cool siya, para ma-prolong din ang shelf life. So ito yung cost and return analysis per hectare. No, these are the...
Masa may mo, katong sito nga hilo o katong kore?
Ang buong witness, nga doon na matutay ni Sapaw sa kanta nga nagresulta sa panaglalis. Hinundan ni ulit ang suspect, apan. Ibalik yung dala ko iyang tundang, kung dito na nunggab, ang gidunggab ang bukina.
Kadali lang ha kay.
Dahil gidala sa kapihok, talang pikima. Apan, nagdeklara ko.
Si Kevin gaya ang kuan sabaan. Okay. So, as I have said, ito yung subtotal ng mga labor na kailangan mo. So, for labor alone, you're gonna spend 34,000, no? Materials, 51,000. So, all in all, 85,000. And then, mag-budget ka pa ng contingency. Halimbawa, may mga unexpected na expenses, which is 15% of the total of 85,000. So, plus 12,000. So you're gonna have 98,831 na capital needed. So but then with that you can with marketable yield na 15 to 20 tons per hectare, tas ibebenta mo ng 30 per kilogram. So you're gonna have a gross income of about to 450 to 600,000 naman. Ganun naman kadami, no? So ang net income mo pwedeng 350 to 500,000 from 98,000. So malaking kita din siya, no? Kumikitang kabuhayan. So this is the references. So before we proceed with the lesson 2, let's have a video presentation. So do you have any questions or clarifications? Anyone? Before we proceed, by the way, let me just check the attendance again. Okay, so I actually posted last time about, let's start with cauliflower, no? I'm gonna one post naman eh. Yeah, so broccoli and cauliflower. So let's start with this one, I guess.
Get a real-time bird's-eye view of your projects. Create project plans in one click. See the big picture across multiple projects. Get real-time
When I was 40, I caught my wife cheating. We broke up immediately.
có khai môi cái này nè, khai môi cái này ấy. Bên tay ngay bay dương lại cá xong ngạt tức ngạt chăn tru nó mau, teo brava ngạt chăn nó mau.
Chăm ai bên nhà ca.
Đấy ngạt đất à.
Bật AC trăm đò. Nói vậy. Ôi, ní cà phê liên lang năm á. Rồi bà sẽ đó là ô mong ai chứ. Hao anh mò. Liên trầm mong, có làm đâu tôi với nhà này. Trầm mong nè. Một hạt mò mà nó.
I'm here in the biggest trading floor located in the heart of BGC Taguig. One thing I
Okay, so I guess, that's all.
Kasama natin ulit si Sir Ferdy. At ngayon, ang pangatlong episode natin doon sa instructional video ng pagtatanim ng cabbage. Andito
So, that, although they have this, eto naman ay sa cabbage, no? Although they have the same, they are just on the same family, no? So I guess we're 1 minute left. So if you have questions or clarifications, actually, naman to yung fun. Before, wait lang. Okay, so do you have any questions or clarifications? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
So actually we still have one more video, which is more one for broccoli and one for medyo high-tech siya na production, no? And we could also watch yung next nito na video, which is for cabbage, no? Although in the lessons that I presented, broccoli and cauliflower are almost the same, as well as yung cabbage, no, on the same family, the crucifers. So any of you have experienced cultivating or planting? Kasi although this one is not very common in our locality, no, kasi these are highland crops or high valued na. Kaya nga mahal siya sa atin kasi high valued siya and only can be grown in a cooler area. So wala na bang mga tanong or clarification? We'll just continue with our videos by next meeting, no? And so if you have more questions and clarification,